Yes, people, welcome back to another video on Coach's Corner. And yes, this is not Hanno. This is Urs from Urs Football. I'll be hosting tonight's show with you guys. We're going to do a review of the games from this week and a preview for this upcoming weekend. So if you're just tuning in right now, smash the likes. Let's get the likes button up. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into this. Let me get the fixtures up on my phone now. And yeah, cool. I got the fixtures now. All right. We'll start off with Leicester Man United. Obviously, Man United won the game last night, 1-0. King Power Stadium. This is a good win for Manchester United, you know. Because if you guys don't know me, I am a Manchester United fan. So I'm happy with this win. 3 wins in a row. Hopefully we can continue this on Sunday and make it 4 against Arsenal. But this is a good win. Again, for some reason, second half we just dropped off a bit. I don't know why we keep doing that. Whenever we're leading at halftime, we just drop off a bit second half. But still work. We still won the game. 3 points. So 3 points is 3 points at the end of the day. But yeah, man, Leicester for me, I just don't know what's going on with Leicester at the moment. Like, Leicester being poor. Rodgers, I don't know, like. I don't know how he's not been sacked first before Scott Parker, but it is how it is. And then, yeah, man, Premier League has been crazy, man. It has been crazy because the second of Scott Parker for me, and we'll get on to Bournemouth later on, but it's just crazy, man, because he faced three of the top 6 games. But yeah, we move on to the next game. Leicester 2. Newcastle 1 and Liverpool just nicked it right at the end. 90th minute. That's how it is, man. You fight to the end. You fight for the 3 points, and it is. Let me just. Hang on. How do I? Hang on a minute. Yeah, get your predictions out in the chat. So Southampton 1. Hang on a minute. How do I? Yes, Toby, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
I don't know what I've done here.
Can you?
Yeah. Yeah, you got the Old Trafford background as well. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I do.
Nice. But no, I was going on to the Liverpool game, but we'll go back to the Man United game. Obviously, Manchester United 1, Southampton 0. Give me no, not Southampton, sorry. Leicester. It should be Leicester, I know. But yeah, Man United 1, Leicester 0. What's your thoughts? Yeah, what's your thoughts?
Well, it's progress, and you know, the performance of the lads, of the players, it showed that they are heading on to what Ten Hag wants, absolutely. And there's a massive change in the attitude, the character of these players. They are starting to build momentum. You understand? If they lose a ball, there's this tendency, there's this desire to go out there and win the ball successfully and all of that. So it has been a massive change, a massive turn around of the players in attitude on the pitch, because that has been their problem all previous seasons before now. You understand? So against Leicester City, the hunger to win, the togetherness, the team spirit, the bond, it was very, very glaring for everyone to see. You look at the likes of Rafa Varane and you look at the likes of Lisandro Martinez, those two pairs, it shows they are the ideal partnership, because over the years we have tried several partnerships and we've looked at Bailey, Maguire, Lindelof, Phil Jones, Smalling, and the likes. You understand? Which we the fans, we couldn't see that bond, that connection. But there's something special about Lisandro Martinez, and there's something special about Rafa Varane. The experience, it is the experience of Rafa Varane and the aggressiveness of Lisandro Martinez. I think it correlates. I think it it suits both parties, and we continue our form like this, the spirit and the union. I think we will go far ahead and we will be able to shock a whole lot of people this season.
100%, 100%. For me, I think this gives us good momentum for the Sunday game against Arsenal, and that's a big one, man. But we'll get onto that
Yeah,
later. But for me, nah, man. Again, Varane. Oh my days, talk to me about Varane, man. Varane and Martinez. Like, how happy are you of them two?
yeah, Rafael Varane Martinez. It's very obvious. Like you look at Varane and his experience, what he has achieved over the years at Real Madrid. Coming down to the English football. Though he has had series of setbacks, he has had fitness issues and and the uh, and the likes, which has actually put a question mark on his ability or on what he can do. But the beautiful thing is, of fit Varane, we can actually see what is made of or what is made up of,
Yeah,
and it's good to know that Martinez is the best fit, and when it comes to zonal marking and when it comes to doing the dirty job,
yeah,
Lisandro Martinez, he plays further into into the opposition. Like he gives crosses, he supports the attackers and the midfield, while Varane can decide to stay and do the dirty job. So when he has that freedom, at least he knows when to tackle, he knows when to make aerials, to make
yeah.
to compete for ball on the air and the likes. So Varane and Martinez, in my opinion, they are I think they are absolutely the best partnership that we can get, and
Mhm.
we will definitely see more of them.
100%, 100%. But big up, Kings Football Show. Say, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, Oris? It's been a while.
100%. It's been a while, man. I'm good. But yeah, I'm hosting for Hannah today. But yeah, man, all good, all good. But we're just roughly talking about Manchester United win against Leicester City. But give us your thoughts. So, have you been impressed with Manchester United's performance recently?
I've been more impressed with United winning. I do think they are playing better than the first two games. But obviously, as I tell everyone, it's gonna take time. Like they weren't just gonna play fluid football, attacking, dominating teams. It's a
Mhm.
new manager, new style of play, new players. So at the beginning of the season, you just need to get the wins, and at the moment, you are getting them. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be a big test for both teams. It's a different test for United in terms of against Liverpool. You expect Liverpool to just dominate, and United can just counter, which suited them. But I think against Arsenal, it will be United will have more of the ball than they had against Liverpool, and it will be obviously a different test. Both teams are in good form,
Mm.
and I'm looking forward to this game. The only thing that's not really impressing me at the moment is your attack. I
Yeah.
think your defense looks solid. You look better. You have a better shape and a better structure in the way
Mm.
you are defending as a team. So
Yeah.
that's an improvement. But your attack is not really impressive
Mm.
at the moment. But
Yeah.
obviously when Anthony starts playing, and maybe when Casemiro comes into the team, Ericsson will play more attacking. Obviously, them two. Maybe when Martial comes back from injury, if he ever comes back from injury and stays
Yeah.
fit, will also improve you guys. But
Yeah.
so far,
Yeah. So
I'm
far,
not
so good.
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm not scared of United.
Oh, yeah,
But
let's go.
no. I'm
Alrighty.
always. I'm not. What I'm more scared about is that our record at Old Trafford is not great.
Yeah, we'll save it for later when we
Yeah.
get onto the
All right. All right. All right.
preview. But we're just going to go on through the games. Let's touch on Arsenal. So obviously they got the win against Aston Villa 2-1. It wasn't easy because I'm pretty sure Jesus scored first, then Douglas Luiz, and then Martinelli after that. So we'll start with you, say. Your thoughts and feelings for this game.
I think it was a game of two halves from Arsenal.
Mm.
I think in the first half we were good. We were dominating. We were creating chances. We should have probably scored 2 or 3 goals. You know, Jesus missed a good chance. Saka missed a sitter again. Martinelli could have scored.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, I felt like we were a bit tired. I don't think Villa was ever threatening us, but we weren't amazing. And then obviously Jesus scored. Then we had that mistake from Ramsdale, and they got an equalizer. But then we reacted very fast, got the equalizer, and then they couldn't really threaten us. So it's hard to say because right now Villa is so poor. So a win against them is not really impressive. But 5 out of 5.
100%. Um, let's move on to the next. Actually, sorry, Toby. What's your thoughts on Arsenal win against Aston Villa?
Well, Arsenal, they're in great form right now, and the likes of Jesus, the likes of Odegaard, they're in top form actually. Well, and as for Aston Villa, they've not really been in great form this season. God knows what their problem is, you know,
Mhm.
and with the speculation circulating or surrounding Douglas Luiz, and I don't know. I really don't know what their problem is actually. And
Yeah,
they have Bailey, Leon Bailey. They have top quality players. There's Watkins, there's Inks. So it's just for them to click. Who knows? It's still early days of the season. Maybe we might get to see a better form from them on during the course of the season. But as for us now, they've been fantastic. Winning all games without losing this season. It shows that they are in for a game. They are in for the competition of the season, and they've had couples of seasons, where it has been ups and downs, and like it's like Ateta is finally getting his imprint, his blueprint, his philosophy down to the Arsenal team. A good performance against Villa, and you know Villa scored, they equalized, and next minute Arsenal scored. It became 2-1. It's a fantastic performance from Arsenal. Well, it's still early days of the season, and the real test will be when they play Man United, and when they still have City, they still have Liverpool, they still have Chelsea, and all of
yeah,
that. So kudos for them for now, but we will have to see how they fare during the course of the season.
100%, 100%. But Arsenal, I always give them. I always give any teams their credits where they gen. If Arsenal do deserve that, and 5 games they've played, 5 wins. Can they keep
Yeah,
that up? I'm not sure, but listen, I'm giving credits to where it's due, and Arteta as well, because Arteta finally has this. We can now see his style of football from him now, the system that he's implemented into the game. So big up to him, and we'll see what happens on Sunday. Um,
yeah.
cool. The next game that we will discuss, and then we'll go into the Man United Arsenal game, is more. Which one is more interesting? Yeah. But C6 Forest. No, I mean, yeah, man. To be fair, Haaland. Honestly, when is he ever gonna stop scoring, man? Because Haaland just keeps on scoring, scoring, scoring. But Toby, man, hi. What do you make of that 6-0?
Well, it's not a surprise to me, anyways. Um, Erling Haaland coming to the Premier League and coming to Manchester City. Even before his arrival, Man City have been, they've been an attacking minded football team. They've scored goals, they've scored a lot of goals. And having a player like Haaland coming into a team that's in great shape, come on, we don't need to be surprised. The 6-0 against Nottingham Forest. Well, I expected more goals. I wasn't surprised with the scoreline actually. But you're looking at them individually. You look at the likes of Haaland. Haaland is a
Yeah.
top quality striker. Like, he has proven himself uh, in Austria. He has proven himself when he was in Salzburg. He has proven himself in Dortmund. You know, in Norway in the national team. So he's a born striker, and I wasn't surprised. He has that ability to pack. He has that physicality,
Yeah.
that physical body stature. To pack players, and then open spaces for his fellow City players to come in for a pass, and
Mm.
and the likes. So it's a good one for City, actually, having someone like Eden Haaland in your team, and Julian Alvarez too, being a fantastic striker too. It's just Pep is actually, to me, is the best in these contemporary times. I think he's the best manager in the world, in the world currently. You understand? You look at Alvarez; they have so many options, so many options. Nottingham Forest, they had no chance. They had no chance because City's attackers were all over. They were all over, and they understood themselves. They understood the game, and all of that. It would have been more if Haaland had still remained on that pitch, because Alvarez scored brace. If Haaland, I think Haaland came out around 60 something minutes or thereabout, which who knows why Pep actually rested him, probably because of their upcoming fixtures. Running fixtures are actually forthcoming, but overall, Nottingham Forest, they had no chance. I was surprised to even see Lingard didn't start that game, but regardless, irrespective of whether he started or not, I don't think Nottingham Forest could withstand the quality of the City team. And Nottingham Forest actually got this guy Lodi from Atletico Madrid on loan, which we all know we may be able to see, these guys. Unfortunately, teams like Bournemouth, team like Nottingham Forest, they're unfortunate. These early days they tend to get meet the big, or the big guys, or the big guns. You understand? So I personally cannot underrate or rate them too low now, because they've gotten quality players in the club. So we'll start testing them when they start playing teams within their caliber, or teams within their sphere for now. But City Nottingham Forest, it was massive. It was massive. We'll see more of that performance with the City team, because having Haaland in your team, he's got just all he knows is just to be banging in goals, and he's in to win the Golden Boot, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree, because thing is, Pep, he had feeling the best out of Haaland, and that's going to be an issue for the Premier League clubs. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, seems too good. Most of Arsenal 2-1 against Man United. We'll get to the predictions, but let's have six thoughts, and then we'll go to the last Man United. But say, City 6 for 0. Just the score sums up. But what do you thought? What do you feel in the match?
What did you say?
Yeah, your thoughts on the City game?
For me, is Man City. For me, are the favorites to win the league.
Yeah.
Unless they get some crazy injuries, I can't see how anyone can really stop them. Haaland is just gonna become better, and they are going to
honestly.
understand him better, and just serve him better. And what do? If you play with a low block, they got so many technical players, they will put too much pressure on you. If you play with a high line, they will just put through balls to Haaland to run in from behind. So it's very hard. And even if you score 1 or 2 goals against City, we've seen it. They'll go score 4, 5, 6. Like, they're just an
Yeah,
incredible team, and Haaland is a world class player. And I said it a few days ago. I think he's gonna break the highest scoring goals in one season. He might not do it this season, but he will do it. He'll do it. And he could do it in this season. I could see Haaland score 35, 36 goals. I mean, he's already on 9 goals. And it's just been five
yeah.
games, guys. 5 games.
Just 5 games.
Like, it takes people like 15 games to be on 9 goals.
Yeah.
He's done it on 5 games. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Rashford can't even do
It's
that. Man. Yeah, man. I just have to drop 9 names for them in their place. But now Haaland, for me, I think he can get a lot of goals. Champions League as well. He's used to it, man. He's used to it. But guys, Sunday, Man United versus Arsenal. For me, we just have to beat them. Honestly, Arsenal fans, they be saying, top of the league, top of the league, top of the league. Now, we need to kill that, man. We need to kill that energy. But it's going to be a big game, but I still think we're winning now because I reckon Tenag, you know what? I think Anthony will start. I really do. And I think Casemiro will start as well. And Tenag will most likely keep the same back four. Midfield, I'm really not sure. He might change it up. Never know. Attack for me, that's the issue, man. I'm just hoping that Ronaldo doesn't start. If Ronaldo starts, big issue. But I don't know who to start. He only wants to go first in this game. I don't know who to decide to be fair. But the floor is yours if anyone wants to start first. But for me, it's a big game, man.
Well, I think Ronaldo might. Well, it depends on his performances in training because if we had listened to Ten Hag's post-match and pre-match conferences, I think he mentioned something about Ronaldo being, fit, getting fitter, and ready. You understand? So it depends on Ronaldo's fitness because right now we all know Anthony Martial is sidelined and the only striker we have right now, of course, is we have Marcus Rashford. I think Antonio Elanga too can play centre forward, but in a game,
yeah, please play him centre forward. I would
yeah,
love to see Elanga play centre forward.
yeah, exactly. But it remains to be seen if Ten Hag will, want Elanga to play because I think he prefers seeing Marcus Rashford play 9 instead. You understand? Because in truth, Elanga plays well on the right. He can play well on the right. He can play well on the left. His space and all of that.
Elanga. For me,
Yes,
but I think,
yeah, go on.
yeah, but I think, in my opinion, this is Arsenal and being so hot at the moment. I think Ronaldo will start against Arsenal, but I don't think Anthony will start. Probably Anthony could come up. He could come up, or he should from the bench. Exactly, he will. But Casemiro will surely start against Arsenal, in my opinion.
The thing how I see the situation, I'm feeling that Ten Hag, I think he's not been playing Ronaldo because for me, Ten Hag's a manager that if you're uncertain about your future, then Ten Hag will drop you. No matter who you are, you will get dropped. Now transfer windows deadline's over now. You could see because Ten Hag, he said it in his press conference. He likes Ronaldo. Like he rates Ronaldo and he thinks he can play in the system. So I think maybe we'll start seeing Ronaldo. But Hello is here. I don't know if because he's on mute. Hello, you there? Oh, hang on. Hello. Okay, no, he's not there. But yeah,
no, it's not there yet.
Yeah, he's not there yet. Because Chelsea fans, they have to prepare themselves.
Yeah, they're hiding it right now. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good.
But with Arsenal, I think they've got some massive injury blows there.
Yeah.
I've seen today that Arteta. Hello, it's here.
Yes, he finally decided to turn up to his own stream, man. We're honored to have you here.
That's what Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
But no,
yeah.
I know you can.
I don't feel like I want to.
I was just saying.
On, so yeah.
I was just saying Arsenal have injuries because Arteta's confirmed. This is good news for us, Arteta's confirmed that Partey's out, and I think Zinchenko's out as well. So the two players that apparently they're going to be assist is Ramsdale and Odegaard. If they're both out, we do have a chance. But let's go to the Arsenal fan and say, talk to me on how you feeling.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I can't lie. Yeah, as I said, for me, United's attack right now, I don't know later on the season, but right now it doesn't scare me. Like Elanga doesn't have any end product. I know he works hard and he's quick, but his end product and his technique is letting him down. And I'm not even sure if he should play for a team like Man United. I think maybe it's too high. That level is too high for him. Maybe he could do better in a lesser team, especially if Man United wants to progress and become a team that keep on challenging for the league and go far in the Champions League. I don't think Elanga is the guy. And for me, I know Rashford scored against Liverpool, but if there's no space, he goes into hiding. If when you play teams that give you space and you can counter attack, then he can run behind and he can be a threat. But if there's no space, Rashford doesn't do a lot, and it's a problem. It's a big problem for Man United. So if them to start, I would be quite confident. I see it being a game with few goals. I feel like Ten Hag is not going to want to lose, so he's gonna play probably quite defensive, and Arteta as well is not going to want to lose. My head says it's gonna be a draw. My heart tells me it'd be 1-0 Arsenal, but I don't see it being a high scoring game, especially the fact that you guys just played yesterday night,
Yeah.
so you guys will be a bit tired. You haven't, and you played away. It wasn't like a home game as well, so you had to travel away from Leicester back to Man United. So you won't have had a lot of recovery time. So and therefore, because of there's so few days in between, I can't see Anthony starting because he's gonna have to learn,
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
integrated
integrate.
to the
Yeah,
league.
that's what I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see him coming in maybe from the bench when in second half when the defenders are tired to give you guys extra energy and give you another threat. But I think Casemiro starts, and I think other
Surely
than
he has
that,
to
you
start,
will
man.
probably play the
Surely,
same 11.
surely for me, surely he has to start Casemiro, man.
Yeah, for me, if he doesn't start, uh, it's a big mistake, especially the fact that Thomas Partey won't be there.
Yeah,
So, you, I mean, imagine for me, he has to start anyway. He has
I
to
think
start.
I think Hano is going to be a United fan on Sunday, isn't it, Hano? You want
Up
you
the
want
United. Come on, United.
Ah,
Glory, glory, Man United.
well.
wow,
Hano, you can go
wow!
back
A
to the
Chelsea
Chelsea
fan
Southampton game.
singing the United song.
So yeah.
So you know
What
what? I want to do my
predictions did
prediction.
you guys do?
Let's do predictions. Yeah, before we go to the Chelsea game, let's do predictions. So I'm saying 2-0 United. Toby,
2-0.
let's go to you. Yeah, 2-0.
Wow.
Wow, that's a strong one.
Remember, I don't know. Remember I said 2-1 United against Liverpool. I got that right.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll go with.
Back the boys, Toby. Back the boys. Come on.
Yeah. Of course. But this is three clean sheets in a row. I mean, two clean sheets in a row in 3 games between Lissandro and um, Rafa Varane. So I think with that momentum, I think I'll go with you 2-0. 2-0 Man United.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes, I think say the draw.
I
1-1
think you
type
guys
shit.
are underestimating Arsenal. I think you have to
No,
take
no, no,
into
no.
the fact that
This is Old Trafford.
Southampton.
I
No,
know
it's
what you're
not. It's
saying.
not
I know
about
what
that.
you're saying. I
Like
know what you're saying.
Southampton were dreadful. Like they had chances, they just couldn't score.
To be fair, beating Southampton ain't forever, anyways. I know.
Yeah. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I know. What's your score prediction for the United game?
So yeah, Malaysia, class, please.
Last man, he's so good, man.
Class. If
Luke Shaw.
I say
Oh yeah, I'm gonna big up Tenag. Sorry, yeah, you give a prediction. I'll big up Tenag for one reason. Yeah, what was it again?
so, yeah, Malaysia, absolutely great. Without him, you don't win. in that game because he was all over
Vardy
the
was drunk. Vardy was Lee Chappie, man, on YouTube. Lee Chappie. But no, you know,
Yeah,
Maybe it was
true.
Lee
I'm gonna
Chappie playing instead of
I'm gonna
Vardy.
big up to Nog. You know why? I think a reporter asked him before. I think Toby, you know this as well. A reporter asked him before the game why is Shaw Wan-Bissaka not involved in the game. He said because they made little complaints. So that's what I like. A ruthless manager dropping players because they're making complaints and saying all this and that. If this was Oli, that would never happen. But listen, we
Yeah,
got
I think Shaw and Lindelof.
I think it was Shaw Wan-Bissaka.
Shaw and Lindelof. He said they complained. They had little.
Oh,
They complained. That was Shaw and Lindelof.
Okay.
So Shaw and Lindelof. So he
yeah.
dropped them. He decided to drop them.
Okay.
Yeah. My prediction. So, of course, United they're on a roll. Also on a roll. Yeah. Boris, give your prediction for the rest of the games.
Yeah. Let me just quickly do it because I was just literally have a stream in like 20 minutes and I have to prepare for that.
This,
Okay.
You didn't even ask me.
Huh? The link's in the description if you want to join. Put the
Are you
link for
that
everyone.
scared that you don't want to hear my prediction
For what?
for the Arsenal Man United game?
You know, did you not say 1-1? Have I asked you? No.
No. You
Go
haven't.
on. Go on. Back Arsenal. Go on.
2-0 Arsenal. 2-0
That's a strong
Arsenal.
one.
I was gonna say 1-0.
Let me just quickly give my predictions. Yeah, I got a stream in 20 minutes. If anyone wants to join, the link is in the descriptions. Predictions: Everton, Liverpool. Oh my days. 3-0 Liverpool. Tottenham, Fulham. 2-0 Tottenham. Forest, Bournemouth. I'll say 1-0 Forest. Chelsea, West Ham. Hang on, who left? Yeah. No, wait, hang on. Let me add them back. I didn't. Okay, yeah. Chelsea, West Ham. Tommy tapping fraud. Too cool. I know.
2-1 West Ham.
2-1 West Ham. I'm back in West Ham, man. This time, you know what? Yeah, I've been always back in Chelsea. So you know what? I'm gonna scrap this now. West Ham 2-1. Brentford Leeds 1-1. Wolves Southampton 1-0 Southampton. Newcastle Palace 2-1 Newcastle. Aston Villa City 3-0 City. Brighton Leicester 1-0 2-0 Brighton. Actually, I'll make it 2-1. Man United Arsenal 2 Reds. And you know what? Man of the match. I'm gonna give man of the match to
Martin.
Sandro.
I'm gonna say Malasia. And you guys are gonna see why. But guys, it's been a pleasure. Say Toby, Hannah, thank you for stream. But yeah, and I'll do my shout out. Obviously, Orstocks football. I'm literally going live in 20 minutes. I'll be doing a calling show, so the link is in the description. Not in the chat, it's in the description. I put the link there. For any Arsenal fans, if you have your energy, come on, feel free. All United fans, hold the mind. But yeah, Orstocks football on YouTube. I think I'm like 9 away from 300, so subscribe if you. Hannah, thank you for letting me host. And Tommy tapping fraud needs to go. I know.
If this goes on for the next 3-4 weeks, Tuchel out.
Yeah, big up guys, big up YouTube, big up Say and Toby, man.
Big up Forest.
Yeah, big up Boris, man. Good luck.
Big up. Arsenal getting smoked.
We are definitely smashing you guys. Don't worry about that.
Okay, big up.
Okay, big up Forest. And now you see you. Okay, and then there were 3. So yeah. So of course, so my prediction for United's game, my view, both on a roll. I just reckon. I want to say a United one, but I reckon you guys are getting smoked. United, you're getting smoked. I reckon.
I knew I could trust Hannah. I knew you knew football. I knew.
It I want to say 2-2, but I have to go 3-2, mate. Rashford. No. This this thing with Rashford up top is not going to work.
No.
Nah, nah, nah. Because
Well, this Rashford is I think
he's
Ten
shot.
Hag is actually trying to help him build his confidence and to get him back on track. Because if we see the last games since the beginning of the season, he has always played Rashford. He has always played Rashford, and he has always subbed or taken Sancho out. So my point is, Ten Hag is cooking something, and what you might look down on Marcus Rashford now, but I can assure you that in games to come, we are definitely going to see the best of Marcus, in my opinion. So he's someone to watch. He's a player to
Been
watch,
hearing
actually.
that for years now. Now, I
Well,
can't,
you just have to.
if I'm gonna be honest with you, Toby, yeah, I used to rate Marcus a lot. I actually thought he was gonna be one of the best strikers in the world when he came up.
Yeah,
But for me, the problem with Marcus has been number one, injuries has had an impact on his game. Number two, I feel like his attitude does not help him. Sometimes he walks around on the pitch like he is Cristiano Ronaldo, and he complains a lot. He puts his hands a lot in the air. He doesn't work hard. He doesn't track back. And for me, that mentality have had an impact why this past 2 years he's not kicked on as he should have, because Ole really trusted him and liked him and he used to play him a lot, but still he wasn't doing well. And I also feel like maybe he need to change his game a bit. He loves to take the ball, have his head down, and run with it. And at some point, defenders, they look at your games, they look at video analytics, and they figure you out. And you need to add something else to your game. And that is where I feel like he's not been able to do that. Maybe Ten
yeah,
Hag will
but
do it, but I don't think he's a Ten Hag player, if I'm honest. I don't think he can create triangles and have that passing ability in him and do 1-2s, do link ups. Maybe we will see, but I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah.
there's something I want to see. Let's look at if you go down history lane, you look at Rashford, you look at the period when he started struggling, and that was prior to the Euros. That
Hmm.
was prior to the Euros, and that period of time, I think, after he missed the penalty, after Marcus Rashford missed the penalty, we're able to see, you know, that miss actually had a huge impact on him. Like he was racially abused and all of that. And that same period, I think he had to, undergo this shoulder surgery and all of that. So it's a face, and he came out to us that he has played through pains during uh the course of previous seasons, all trying to to maintain, to try to be consistent and all of that. All through that time when Ole was our manager, he said he had played through pain, like massive series of pains. But still, I think I remembered was the time he scored over 20 something goals with Anthony Martial. He was brilliant. That
Yeah.
period, he was injured. He was going through pains. So my point is the successful surgery operation, and there was a time he missed some games, like he missed a lot of games and all of that. So it has to do with building your confidence. Somebody who was racially abused by some fans and all of that, and you've not played football for quite some time. You are getting back into the game. Now you need time, you need trust, and you need a manager who will be able to back you up. But unfortunately, Ole was sacked. Who if Ole was still the manager, we may still have seen the best of Marcus Rashford. But then Ragnick came in, and we all could see, you know, Ragnick and Marcus Rashford, they never were in the best of relationship. They were never in the best of friendship and all of that and relationship. Marcus Rashford definitely needs someone. He needs a manager who can back him up, and we can see that in Eric Ten Hag. There was this press conference, and Ten Hag actually assured the fan base, and he had to assure Marcus Rashford that he is in his plans. That's what Marcus needs. And we can see it. The preseason, we could actually see what he did in the preseason. He was fantastic. Even since the beginning of the Premier League, he has been fantastic. He has scored goals. I think even till the last game we had, he created the assist for Sancho. That beautiful assist. You know, so my point is Marcus Rashford needs time, at least backing. And I think I'll correct your impression on him being that he's not the Ten Hag player. No, I don't think so. He could try. So let's just give him time. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, we will find out. We'll find out. I think even the season before the Euros, I don't think he was very good as well. I think he was struggling, but we'll see. For me, Ten Hag, the way he wants to play football, the technical ability that his attacking player needs, I feel like Anthony and Sancho match that profile more than Rashford. But we'll see. Time will tell. Maybe he can pick it up and perform and get back to his best because he did well in the past. But for now, I'm still skeptical. But we'll see. Hopefully he can because I don't have anything against Rashford. I think he's a great player, great person. I like the things that he does outside of football. I don't really understand why people criticize him and say he needs to focus on football as if footballers are not human beings. Like after your games and after your training, what are they gonna do? They don't have a 9 to 5 job to do anyway. Is he gonna just sit home and play FIFA? If he can improve the world, why not do it?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Just to um, recap, what is uh, King? What is your prediction for the Arsenal game?
2-0 Arsenal.
Uh, Toby.
Yeah, it's a 2-0 for me. It's 2-0. As usual, Manchester United with the momentum. I think will shock us now, right there at Old Trafford.
Yeah, def- I want to say United won, but what's the injuries looking for Arsenal? How are the injuries looking?
So El Neni and Partey are out.
Nah, nah,
Zinchenko,
nah. I just only need that. Nah, United better than you guys.
Zinchenko has been training the whole week, so he should be fine for the game.
And Nini and Partey out now. You're done out. Yeah, you're done. Two.
We'll see.
I.
Sambi will surprise you guys. He was excellent against Aston Villa
So you have Chaka and who do you have?
and Sambi Lokonga.
Oh my days. It's
He's good.
peak
He's
out
good.
here. It's peak. It's peak out here for Arsenal.
We'll
Two
see.
one
We'll see.
United.
We'll
Change
see. We'll see.
completely switch my prediction to 2-1 Arsenal. Okay, that's done. Now, of course, the early kickoff. It's the Merseyside derby. It's
Liverpool,
Liverpool.
Everton.
Liverpool vs Everton. Of course, Liverpool. Coming
Yeah,
off two
it's the
two
music
wins.
in the background. Be careful with copyright. YouTube are quite hard on it.
I think it's Toby, your music in the background.
Yeah,
Just turn it a bit down. Yeah. Okay.
Is it fine now? Is it fine?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's fine now. It's fine now. Yeah.
I'll be back 1 second.
So Liverpool versus Everton, and so the five games in
So
Liverpool, of course, drew with Fulham and Crystal Palace, lost to very own Manchester United, and then two wins in Bournemouth and Newcastle, and Everton, two losses and three draws. Was yet to pick up a win. Will they pick up a win versus Liverpool? Yes or no?
you mean
Toby?
Everton? Everton?
Everton versus Liverpool.
Okay. Well, you know, in truth, Everton have not really been in great shape at this point. They've been struggling, and Liverpool. I mean, like Liverpool have not been in top form. I think during their first two matches, and losing to Manchester United, and they struggled even to win against Newcastle. So I think against a struggling Everton side too, who is trying to get points. They're actually trying to get points too. It's going to be an intense match. Let's be honest with ourselves. They've not really been in great shape, and with the arrival of Otomelu from Juventus, the deadline day. So it remains to be seen if he'll be easily integrated into the Liverpool side. It remains to be seen because this is the Premier League. This is not Serie A. But for Everton, well, it will not be an easy task for them because they've really struggled. It won't be an easy task for Frank Lampard actually because he's definitely facing an Everton side who is actually hungry for points. They really want these points because they've missed points. So I can imagine how the intensity, you know, how the game is going to be like with Mohamed Salah not really being in his great form, which we all know how Mohamed Salah is supposed to be. You know, looking at the match overall, I think Liverpool will come in with full force, but they should be be aware of the fact that Everton too they will surely come into the game with full force. Though they've lost their striker in person of Richarlison, but well, it remains to be seen. But in my opinion, it's still Liverpool that will claim. It could be a 2-1, but definitely there may not be a lot of goals. But I think Liverpool will win that match.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree on what you said, and, but I still reckon Liverpool to it. Um, I said I reckon 3-0 Liverpool. Just think it will be
It's a
easy.
2-1 for me.
2-1 to Toby Kingsat here. So when he comes back, we'll get his prediction. Um, so yeah, now the next game is another 3 p.m. kickoff. Brentford versus Leeds United. Brentford coming off a, two draws in a row. Leeds United coming off a loss and a draw in the last game. So yeah, I reckon this game is going to be it's going to be a great game to watch if you're at the stadium. It's going to
Yeah.
be a good watch. Um, I reckon a 2-1 Brentford. I just think they will sneak it at home. Of course, we know last season, on the last day of the season, I think Leeds beat them last minute winner, Leeds to stay up. I think that is what happened. Or was it not against Brentford?
Yeah,
I can't.
well,
I think it was against Brentford.
yeah, and I didn't get your question. You said what? I was going to say something earlier.
Yeah, but go on, Toby, go on.
No, you see, I was
Unfortunately,
gonna, yeah, I was gonna say, about Leeds. You look at Leeds United. Well, they're really struggling. Actually, you look at Patrick Bamford being injured, and it's obvious they've missed him. And you look at Rodrigo, uh, you know, who started brightly, and he was in the best form in his life, but unfortunately, he has this shoulder injury. I think he said he fractured his bone or something. And Daniel James, I think um deadline day he had this move to Fulham. So it's quite very, very it's going to be difficult for Leeds United if you ask me. If you ask me, because they've been plagued with injuries and all of that. So it remains to be seen for us to know whether they'll be able to react if Rodrigo will be available for that game because I think I checked his return date. He's supposed to return today. He's supposed to be back in training today, but it remains to be seen if he's definitely going to feature in the next game.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So your prediction for that match?
But it's going to be a draw for me, a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Yeah.
King, your prediction to first of all to the Merseyside derby. Your thoughts? I think you're muted, maybe.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, perfect, perfect. I think that Liverpool will win against Everton. I am not impressed with Everton, and I think if they're not careful, Lampard might get sacked in a few months' time. It's good that they've signed a few more players, but they need goal scorers, and I don't see enough goals in that team for Everton. I think they will be up for it. They will play very defensively. There will be a lot of tension in the game. So I think a professional 2-0 victory from Liverpool.
Fair enough. And to Leeds United versus Brentford.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Both teams have had a decent start of the season. It smells like one of them draws. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 1-1 or 2-2 draw. Yeah, 1-1, 1-1.
1-1 draw. I've gone for 2-1 to Brentford.
That's my prediction. 1-1.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, for me, they are quite similar in when it comes
Yeah,
to
similar
quality.
teams. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
similar teams, and
Now,
Bamford at top, Tony at top, and then you got people like Mbeumo, Wissa. They got
Yeah.
Sinistera, Harrison. So yeah,
that's
it's gonna be a
uh,
good game.
yeah. If
Mm.
the Chelsea game is next on my list, but I'm going to skip that and save it for later.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Chelsea?
No, I want to talk about Chelsea, but I want to leave it a bit later.
Okay, no
I
worries.
need to grab all my thoughts on. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So the next game is, of course, Newcastle United coming off the first loss of the season to Liverpool, facing a Crystal Palace who should have won with Brentford but drew
Yeah.
at St James's Park. Is there any chance for Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace? King, I'll start off with you.
It's another tough game to predict. I think Crystal Palace have been good this season. They've
Yeah.
had a very
They have.
hard schedule. They've already faced Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Yeah.
Um, Newcastle have also impressed. They were unlucky, but they kind of have to blame themselves for wasting so much time against Liverpool. But I think it's gonna be another draw, if I'm honest. I wouldn't be surprised if it is it ends 2-2. I think both teams are quite good in attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Tobe? Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Now
we
we
can
can.
hear you now.
Your
Okay.
thoughts?
It's okay. It's going to be. I think in as much as I don't really like my prediction, but I think Newcastle to end 1-0, to end 1-0, because the Crystal Palace side, they are very, very defensive, and Patrick Vieira is actually doing a very massive, very good job there at Palace, and well, it's going to be very decisive, very, very difficult. It's going to be a very close and tight game. We'll see a lot from the likes of from Zaha, being the outstanding player this season. Is going to be massive. And there's Zaha, there's Eze, and there's this new guy that came in. I used to forget. I don't know his name. I'm forgetting his name. There's Edward.
Yeah. Oh, you
it's
mean Ducore, the midfielder?
yeah. There's the core. There's Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these guys, like, they've been a difficult team to beat thanks to Vieira. He has been doing a massive job. But you look at the Newcastle side, since they had this new owner, it has been a hell of a transformation for them. They have series of good players. There's Trippier, who is attacking. He's good. His quality. There's Isak. Trust me, that guy is a baller. He has lots and lots of goals inside of him. He made his debut and he scored. I think he he was about scoring brace, but I think they ruled out one of his other goal. Maybe for possible offside or something. I don't know. But the thing is, it's definitely going to be a very tight game. A very tight game. That's why I said, well, with the quality Newcastle has, I think they should be able to edge out with just a narrow escape in 1-0.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I have gone for a 2-0 to Newcastle. So I just reckon they will do it. Big up, Fairboy, big up. I'm well. I'm definitely well. Get your predictions in the chat, people. What do you reckon for these games we are discussing? Now, of course. So, King, you say 2-0 or 2-1 to Newcastle, right? Or said
I said
you say
two
draw?
two. I
2-2
think.
draw.
Yeah. Yeah.
To
I've been
Obi,
impressed
you
with.
said
Uh,
1-0
Yeah, it's a 1-0 for me. It's a 1-0.
Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle.
Newcastle. I'm saying 2-0 Newcastle. So yeah, now the next game is of course Nottingham Forest coming off their second straight defeat in a row. Of course, lost to Tottenham and lost to Manchester City, which prediction I got almost right, but Julian Alvarez had to turn up and score his second goal, but we don't speak about that. And then Bournemouth coming off a draw with Wolves. Wolves after previously facing 3 defeats. And of course, Scott Parker got sacked right after losing to Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Do you think it was a fair? It was fair to Scott Parker? I don't think so because
I
look, he
think
faced he lost 9-0 to Liverpool. It happens, but like um, he faced Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City. What do you expect him to do? Do you expect him to win, or what do you expect him to do? Yeah, Toby, your thoughts on Scott Barker getting sacked?
Well, I think that's it's really really unfair actually because Scott Parker has been a very brilliant coach. Very very brilliant in the championship. I think he was one time a Fulham manager if I'm not mistaken, and you know
Yeah, he was.
yeah, he did a massive job there in Fulham, and this is Bournemouth. This is Bournemouth, and he was able to to bring them out of relegation and all of that. And we know how intense the championship is. Now, your first game in the Premier League, your first 2 games, you were given um, tough teams to challenge, which is quite understandable. You understand? You have Man City, you have Liverpool. That's not really it's not really fair enough. It's not fair. Like, he's sacking the owners. I think he came out in an interview to to express his dissatisfaction on no, will I say the policy of the Bournemouth Football Club and all of that. You know, he wasn't really backed in the transfer market and all of that. You know, and coupled with the fact that this is City for crying out loud, this is Liverpool for crying out loud. They should have been patient enough. They should have been patient enough to like wait till they start playing mid-table teams or they start playing teams that are similar to the Bournemouth. You understand, to the Bournemouth Football Club before sacking him and all of that. Regardless, whichever or whichever manager that comes in into such a club and you are giving such teams, trust me, it's not magic, it's no rocket science. They will still be trashed by the likes of City and the likes of Liverpool. So, well, I felt he needed time. He should have been given a little bit of time, at least. You know, it's just 2 games, so you can't judge a manager just by 2 games or 2 matches of in a season, which is not nice. We've seen Everton, we've seen Leicester, we've seen Aston Villa. They've not been at the best form of their life, like for a very long time. For the past 4 5 seasons that they've been um, in the league and thereabouts. You know, these owners cannot just sack their managers because they know one, it's still the season is still fresh, and two, they've not started on the front foot. They know a city like Leicester, a club like Leicester City knows they've not really been backed in the transfer market, you know. So there are factors, there are things that owners are supposed to put into consideration before you finally say you want to sack or you want to terminate the contract of a coach or a manager. So Scott Parker, in my opinion, should have been given a little bit of time. You know, should have been given a little bit of time to carry the club. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. King, your thoughts on Scott
I
Parker?
I I think that Scott Parker didn't get sacked because he lost. I think he got sacked because he's fallen out with the owners and they don't share the same view. I think Bournemouth are happy to go up and down. They've been doing that for a while now because the thing is this: when you get relegated to the championship, you get a parachute payment from the Premier League so you can survive and cover the high wages of your team. And then when you get back up to the Premier League again, you get another extra 100 million. So I think they are happy to go up and down. They are making money. They are not investing in the club. They are not spending money. But obviously, as a manager, your reputation is on the line. Having a 9-0 lost is not good on your record. And I understand his frustration. Like they didn't back him in the window. We've seen Fulham. Fulham have bought players. Nottingham Forest have bought players. They are the only team that's come up that hasn't really invested and improved in their squad. And I'm sure no matter who comes in, Bournemouth are going to finish last. They're not just getting relegated. They are going to finish last. Like when you look at Fulham, you look at some of the players, you rate them like your Mitrovic, your Andreas Pereira, etc. When you look at Nottingham Forest, they've got players like Emmanuel Dennis, like Lingard. They've got plenty, but when you look at Bournemouth, who do you actually rate in that team? Like, who would you tell me that this Bournemouth player is excellent? And I can't come up with one player that I look in that team and I can tell you that they're good. So for me, they have failed the manager and they sacked him because he's not backing their project. And it's sad because he won the first game against Aston Villa 2-0. Then he played against Arsenal. He lost, obviously. Played against Liverpool, lost. And was in Man City as well.
Yeah,
So in his first 4 games, he played against very difficult fixtures. So I think that it's more to do with him and his interviews and falling out with the manager. But they made a
Yeah,
mistake.
even the captain. I think the captain said, Lloyd Kelly. He said they were all surprised. They were a bit of surprised, you know, to know that he was just sacked just like that. It came as a shock to everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get your guys' thoughts on the game firstly. I will start off. So yeah, my thoughts on this game are it's of course Bournemouth face Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. It's going to be a tough match. Um, I reckon they get hammered. I reckon no, not get hammered. I, I reckon Bournemouth lose this one. I just think they will lose 1-0. I reckon. But to Toby, your thoughts
You said my
on
thoughts.
on Sid on Nottingham Forest vs Bournemouth
Yeah,
and
well,
prediction?
okay. Well, it's obvious. It's definitely going to be. I think Nottingham Forest will, they will bounce back. Like it will be clear, they will bounce back from that 9-0 trashing from Liverpool, and I think they're definitely going to edge out. They're definitely going to win. Against Bournemouth. That Bournemouth team is they're really in a bad shape right now, and it's definitely going to be, I think, a 2-0 win for Nottingham Forest. They're definitely going to beat the Cherries. They're going to beat Bournemouth, and it's going to be an easy win for them because they know the world is watching, and the coach, the fans, and everyone will be expecting a quick reaction from the 9-0 trashing, and I expect them to come up with a win because they've got good players. They've got, in fact, they're one of the busiest teams in the Premier League this season, and they've had a couple of good players coming, so they should be able to win against the Bournemouth side who are actually struggling at the moment. I think he is gonna fly.
Yeah, you're right. I've just seen it. Maybe something happened. But yeah, I
Okay,
agree. I think the what's it called? Nottingham Forest will win
Nottingham
this game.
Forest.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
think
will.
they will
They
win
will.
2 or 3-0. I cannot see how Bournemouth can win this game. I struggle to see
Yeah,
Bournemouth winning any game right now, if I'm honest. And Nottingham Forest are going to want to show a statement. I think they were unlucky
exactly.
against Tottenham. They bought a lot of players. They're gonna want to win before it gets too much pressure. And
Yeah.
if they want to stay up, these are the kind of games they can't afford to not win. So
Yes.
I think I see you 2-0.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be. I just feel sorry for Bournemouth. Actually, I feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
Because they don't deserve being like treated the way they are. If you know what I mean. Their owner
yeah.
supposed to back them up well. Probably he knows they can't compete against. Or probably he has predicted and said, okay, we can't finish more than maybe 10th, or we can't go further than 12th or 13th. That's no excuse. That's no excuse. You know, the Premier League, I think we need managers who can. They need owners who are
Ambitious.
ambitious. They need,
Yeah,
yes, they need owners who are ambitious, who will go straight into the market to make a statement. We can see what Fulham is actually doing at this point. Their
yeah.
owners are actually making a statement of intent. They've
I mean, look
gotten
at Leeds
Pereira.
since they came up. They've
Yeah,
stayed. Look at Brighton since they came up. They've
exactly.
stayed.
Since they came up, yes. Even Wolves, even
Yeah,
Wolves. I
Wolves,
remember.
Brentford. These are
Yeah,
all teams that have recently come up to the Premier League, but they've
exactly.
bought good players. They have a good scouting network, and
Yes,
they're doing well. They should have done
exactly.
the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry for that. I'm back. I'm back. Um. So yeah, my prediction for the City for the first game, of course, 1-0. King, what did you say?
I think Nottingham Forest will win 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
Toby.
It's going to be I think 2-1.
2-1 Forest.
Yeah, 2-1 first.
Okay. Of course, the City game, Fulham, and Tottenham Fulham game. Of course, you guys touch on that. Um, this comment sums it up. Uh, Actually, Spurs haven't been convincing with their results. Fulham have been decent, but Spurs wins due to the vast quality difference between the two, maybe 2-1, one with Mitrovic scoring the consolation. I I agree with that comment, and I reckon 2-0 Spurs. I don't think uh, they get a goal for them. I just don't think they will get a goal. But King, your thoughts?
I think Fulham have impressed me in all the games they've played. They haven't looked, and let's not forget, like they draw against Liverpool 2-2, and they were a bit unlucky. They could have won that game. They lost against Arsenal 2-1. They could have easily drawn that game as well. And they had a very tough game, a London derby against Brentford. They won that game, and they won again, didn't they? I
Yeah.
think it will be a 1-1 draw. I've not been impressed by Tottenham yet. They've not really kicked on. They're not clicking, and they've been a bit lucky with certain teams they played against. And I think Mitrovic, in the form he is, it's gonna be hard for Tottenham to keep him quiet.
So 1-1 draw, fair enough. Toby, your prediction for
Yeah,
Spurs versus Fulham?
it's going to be a very tight game, honestly, because the Fulham we are seeing now, I think they're creating a team. They're creating a very, difficult team to beat. Well, it's not going to be easy for Tottenham with the form that Mitrovic.
Toby, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You just cut out
Can
for
you
a
hear me?
bit. Yeah, we can hear you
Okay.
now.
All right. So I said, Fulham definitely they will make life very difficult for Tottenham. It's not going to be an easy walkover for the Tottenham team, and I think you look at Mitrovic, you look at likes of Pereira, and I think Willian is actually joining the Fulham team. You understand? So I think they're getting a bit
Yeah,
of quality. They're getting a bit of quality in that team. So it's not going to be an easy walkover for
for Spurs, yeah. And your prediction?
yeah. If Conte gets his tactics right to edge out, you know, with the win. But yeah, my prediction, I think I will go for the 1-1
1-1 draw, fair enough. And he's dropped out. I think his connection just. But if he did, but he's back. Okay, I think you're back now. Can we ask?
1-1 draw.
Yeah, 1-1 draw. Okay. Uh, just wants to speak up. He says 3-1 Liverpool. I said 3-0. He reckons Tottenham spanked Fulham 4-0. Yeah, hopefully not for Fulham's sake. So, uh, Joseph Vance is 2-1 Arsenal. He's backing the Arsenal. Fair enough, fair enough. Let me just see, is there any other European kickouts besides just one left? Let me just see. Okay, so it's just those. Okay, so of course, Chelsea, my beloved club, Chelsea, Chelsea FC. Let's talk. Let's talk Chelsea. Let's talk Chelsea. So Chelsea, they lost They lost to Southampton 2-1. Awful display by the Chelsea players. Awful display from Tuchel. His tactic is gone in the bin. Now we have, I think, we loaned out Ethan Ampadu again, and we don't have the we decided, oh wait, it's such a smart idea. We can get so much money just loaning him. Then we decide to sell Billy Gilmore to Brighton. Billy Gilmore. The man is a generational talent. Why are we selling? Why? It's like City selling Foden. Why? It's like Arsenal selling Martinelli. Why? It's like United selling um, Rafael Varane. Why? It's like Liverpool selling Mane. Why did you do that? Or Salah. Why? Just why? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Sense.
Tuchel is. I think he's the kind of manager that he, you know, the contemporary or the kind of managers we have right now in football. They like ready-made players. They like players who have made their mark in the game. And you look at Bill Gilmore, he's a good player, he's a prospect actually. But the question you ask yourself, or anyone needs to ask themselves, is does it fit in into the coach's philosophy, style of play, and all of that? Because the Chelsea team is not the Everton team, or is not the Leicester City team. So being um, a football club as massive as it is, Chelsea definitely, as a team or as a club, they need statement players. They need players who have made their mark in that midfield. And well, obviously, the likes of Gilmore, I don't think they they are that kind of player that I think Tuchel will definitely want. On a long term. Definitely, if you ask Tuchel, probably he would have loved him to be at the club, but it still boils down to what the player wants. Minutes. These players will want minutes and all of that. It's similar to James Garner. James Garner departing Manchester United to Everton on a permanent deal and all of that. It boils down to minutes. And who knows? Ghana was actually convinced to stay, but he wouldn't want to. And the moment he discovered that he wasn't part of Ten Hag's plan, I think he decided to leave. So it boils down to the manager's philosophy, the style of play, and down to the player. If the player is convinced to, be a backup or remain at the club and have less minutes and all of that. So a club as massive as Chelsea is, I don't think Gilmore's future long term will definitely lie in that team, for development. So I think his development is best suited out of that club, same as Ghana. So it remains to be seen if these players that leave the club, if they will definitely reach their potential and all of that.
Yeah. But it's stupid for me. Why? It. Why are you selling him? You should get minutes because if content and cover is because now he
Yeah,
is our Jorginho is our only
central
defensive
midfielder.
midfielder
Yeah,
option. So
yeah.
they would have gotten playing time.
I
They were
think
Well,
not in the
it's
beginning
weird.
of
If
the
you look at
season. They
Chelsea,
were.
yeah, you got rid of Gehe and Tomori, and you would have needed them so much right now. You could have even done with Libramento. You could have done with Tammy Abraham. You keep getting rid of your players that are good enough to play for Chelsea. You get rid of them, and then you buy players for double or triple the amount. Like What's the difference between Tammy Abraham and Lukaku? They're similar type of players, but one you bought him for 100 million, and Tammy is younger and he's homegrown. You got rid of him. You got rid of Livramento, very good right back, who could have been a perfect cover for Reece James. Because Aspicrueta, even though I think he's just 30 or 31, but I think the way he's played has gotten the best out of his body, and he's playing like someone who's 38. If you look at Tomori, he's going to be one of the best centre backs. He's class. You could have done with him instead of spending all that money on Koulibaly, who's already old. Mark Gehi, another one. You could have done on him. But it's like you Chelsea are not learning. Like at some point, you have to give your young players playing time. I mean, Liverpool do it, Arsenal do it, even City have started to do it, but not Chelsea, and it's hurting you guys, and it's not good because the players that you have in your squad, we see them, they're not happy, they want to leave. But if you give playing time to players that have grown up in Chelsea and played in your youth team and loves the club, they won't give you trouble. They will play for the badge. And that's the problem right now. You don't have players that play for the badge. It's just a few, like Reece James, and he's probably your best player right now. Reece.
Yeah, yeah, that's a thing. And on the West Ham game, we're losing. We're losing. No way we're beating West Ham. And see this jersey. I can throw it in the flipping bin because we're we're done out here. Selling Billy Gilmore and then we're done out here. Dennis Zachariah, mate. Oh, it's well and good it's a midfielder, but come on. We got Ruben Neves, they're waiting. Poor guy, he's waiting. United don't want to sign him. Just go get him. He's quality, brand proven. Now we go get Dana Zachariah. Nah, do this. Shut up. For club. Nah.
So sorry, bro. I think I have to leave now. Like I have to attend to something very.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks for having me, bro. I
Wait,
really
before you go,
pleasure.
Toby, before you go, just give out your last few predictions. Wolves versus Southampton.
Wolves Southampton. Wow, it's not gonna be easy because those two teams they've been, though they've struggled, but they've showed glimpses of, you know, of hurting oppositions. Well, I think it's gonna be a 2-1 win for Southampton. They've
Two
been
one
massive.
one seven.
Yeah, to Southampton. The win against Chelsea should be able to give them that momentum to carry on. Yeah, I think Southampton should be able to win 2-1.
City Villa.
Wow, City. It's gonna be another gallop of goals actually, but I don't think City may go up to six. Yeah, it's gonna be gallop of goals because the Aston Villa team they've not really been in good shape actually. Well, it's gonna be maybe um 4-0. My head tells me 3-0, but I just want to add one more. This is gonna be 4-0.
4-0, fair enough. Brighton versus Leicester City.
Brighton, Leicester City. Leicester terrible form. Brighton they were unfortunate to lose last time. Uh, they've been in great shape actually. But I expect Leicester City to actually bounce back. Who knows from this their horrible form. Well, I see Leicester winning 2-1.
Fair enough, fair enough. And yeah, that's all the predictions. Where can people find you? On Instagram, Twitter?
All right. You guys can find me on Instagram Toby Mikey TOBEMIKKY, and on Twitter same as TOBEMIKKY. And I'm on TikTok too. Same TOBEMIKKY too.
Man,
Yeah, thank you,
it was good
Toby,
to
for
speaking to
joining.
you, man, Toby.
All right,
Yeah,
you're welcome,
thank you
bro.
for joining.
You're
See you
welcome.
again soon. And
Yeah,
hopefully
thanks.
United can win. Hopefully United.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. It's a
Okay.
pleasure, man.
It's a pleasure, mate. It's a pleasure. Now, on my, let's continue on my round. Let me just, okay. Let me just continue on my round. Chelsea, absolute disgrace. We're losing, I reckon we're losing 2-1 to West Ham. I'm not confident. Why should I be confident? Why? We lost to Southampton, Leeds, drew with Tottenham, only beat Leicester narrowly and Peter. Why should I be confident going to the West? Why? 2-1 West Ham. King, your prediction.
Yeah, I think it will be another draw. Who's at home? Sorry, who's at
We
home?
who's at I think Chelsea.
Okay, then I think 2-1 Chelsea. I think you guys will just win it. I can see a Reece James goal and a Sterling goal.
You know.
Yeah.
You're more optimistic. America is not that good, but yeah. Wolves versus Southampton. I reckon two. I reckon a no draw. Nah, no 1-0. I reckon 1-0 Wolves in the Wolves vs Southampton game. Wolves at home. So yeah,
Mm,
your
okay.
thoughts.
Wolves Southampton. I think
Yeah,
Southampton. Sorry, I think Wolves are going to win. I think it will be 2-1 Wolverhampton.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Uh, Aston Villa Manchester City. Again, I'm
Wow.
going 5-0. Of course, Villa faced him on the last day of the season. Liverpool thought they were going to win the league. Villa was 2-0 up, but then Manchester City came back, made 3-2. It was the last game they played against each other. And will Villa maybe replicate the same form against City? Will they? Will they
Of
not? I
course.
don't think so. I reckon 5-0. 5-0 City, easy.
Yeah, I agree. I think Man City will win 5 or 6-0. I'm gonna go 5-0, but Villa is not looking good for them, and I think if Steven Gerrard is not careful, he'll get sacked soon. He
Fair
has to be
enough.
careful, yeah.
So yeah. But King, before we move on to the Sunday games,
Yeah.
Obama who? Obama what? Obama Chelsea, mates. Obama
Wha-
Chelsea.
Whatever,
Ah,
man.
what's your? Come
Nah,
on,
I'm joking. But
cry,
if
cry. I'm
no,
here.
if I'm honest, yeah, I don't care that much that he's joined you guys. I think we've seen the best of Aubameyang already. I'm not sure if it is a smart signing for Chelsea. I think you guys need a different type of striker. I think you could have done with a striker that can do more with the ball and do more hold up and link up. I think if you might see similar to what happened to Lukaku, where they come in, they have a good reputation, they will score a few goals, but they won't really improve the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obama. Oh, Obama. What? Obama finally it's up to Philippines. Okay, but so the Sunday games, of course, there's only two. Brighton versus Leicester City. Uh, what do you reckon, King? You there?
1 second, 1 second.
Okay, no worries, no worries. So Brighton, Leicester City. Brighton at home. Brighton coming off their first loss of the season versus Fulham 2-1. I predicted the Fulham one. Let me just check what did I say. Let me just go check what did I say. Did I say it 2-1? Let me just check if I got that prediction spot. Did I get frequent to that? Bummer, what's a bummer? Is the I got that scoreline exactly. People know people. I know. I know my ball. Stop saying. I got a few close ones, but yeah, I know my stuff. Jeez. Yeah, Bia. Come on, Fulham. I said 2-1 Fulham. Get a flipping. Now, let's. Okay. Now, Leicester City vs Brighton. Brighton, Leicester City coming off another loss, 4 straight losses in a row. Leicester City fans crying. They want to know when Rodgers is getting sacked, mate. He's not getting sacked. Your honors are shite. Deal with it. Want to steal our FA Cup? That's a side effects, mate. That's a flipping fix. So yeah. Uh, that's now onto the prediction. Uh, 3-0. 3-0 Brighton. Up to flipping Brighton. Come on. Yeah, that's my prediction for that. If you want to know my prediction for the Arsenal
Yeah,
game,
sorry. Had a
if
call.
no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
Uh, your thoughts and your predictions for the Brighton versus Leicester City game. Brighton coming off their first loss versus Fulham. I predict that score correct. So that was
Yeah,
good.
they've only had one loss. Yeah, I think Brighton will win. I think Brighton will win 2-0. Uh,
To
Brighton are playing very well, and Leicester are dreadful at the moment. So 2-0.
fair enough. I said 3-0. I just quickly want to check what the Burnley score is because I know that game is ending soon. So just quickly want to check. And, but yeah, come on, people, keep hitting the like button. Yeah, and of course I said 2-1 United because Thomas Partey and what was Al Neni is out for Arsenal. That's what I'm waiting for 2-1 to United, and I hope United won. So yeah, up to United. Come on, United.
I don't like Hano anymore. I'm never coming onto the channel.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm joking.
no,
Nah, I understand you. I think Arsenal will win. I think it will be 1-0 Arsenal, if I'm honest. It's going to be a tough game. I won't be surprised if it ends up in a draw, but I think we can nick it. I trust my boys.
you trust them. Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully. Like I just Burnley versus West Brom. West Bromwich. Just see what the score is there, that game. It's currently 1-0 Burnley. I say 2-0. Come on, Burnley. Still
Oh,
12 minutes remaining. Get
uh,
that second goal. Come on,
Burnley
Burnley.
leading.
I say 2. I say 2-0 Burnley. So
Okay. What's the score?
1-0 Burnley.
Okay.
Of 12 minutes remaining.
Who are
So
they
yeah,
playing?
they're playing against West Brom.
Okay, it's a tough game.
Nah, West Brom. West Brom have as hasn't. It's easy way, so it's tough. But they haven't really. They have dropped a bit. They've dropped a bit. So yeah. But yeah, it's a way, so that makes it a tough game. So yeah. Arsenal masterclass is Chelsea fan. Well, he thinks it's going to be 2-1 to uh, to United, of course. 2-1 to Arsenal. It's
Good.
his fault. But yeah, everyone, please like the stream. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. And yeah, King, where can the people find you?
Yeah, guys, you can find me on my channel, King's Football Show. Uh, it's the same name I have on YouTube. It's the same name I have on Twitter and also on Instagram. I do a lot of Premier League content and FPL content as well. So if you like FPL, make sure you tune in to the channel. You'll see some great content. I'm going to do a stream today actually in 20 minutes. So yeah, please subscribe and make sure you like this video as well.
Yeah, be up, King. Always supporting the channel. And yeah, hope people go over to Eastern subscribe. Yeah, easy, great
Yeah,
content. FBL merchants, play FBL, go for lane. King,
yeah.
where are you on the leaderboard of your FBL league?
We can talk about that another day. Nah,
Oh,
but I'm joking. I think I'm fifth or sixth. But the thing with FPL is it is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Like
yeah,
a lot will happen.
yeah, definitely. And who do you have as captain going into this week?
Ooh, it's on Haaland right now. But I think Haaland will start on the bench. And I think he will start against Seville in Champions League and against Tottenham the week after.
Oh
So
wait, the Champions League start this week, right?
yes, it does. So I'm thinking of
Oh,
maybe just putting it back to Salah. But then again, Haaland can come in for 20 minutes and score 2 goals. So it's so hard.
yeah, it is hard, but yeah. Good luck on that. Good luck, people, with the rest of your day, night, tomorrow. Peace out, people. Hopefully, Chelsea can get the job done, please.
Cheers.
Please, Chelsea, please.
Bye.
And yeah, peace out, everybody. See you all. I said, big up Royce, big up Toby for joining. Peace out, everybody.